Hey friend, and welcome back to the Living in English 365 podcast. I'm Ashley Roan, your coach and real-life English speaker from Paradigm English. Today's episode is going to maybe surprise you a little bit, I think. Maybe not, I don't know. Because I'm going to show you something that I think nobody probably has ever told you in school or wherever you were studying. Your English is actually better than you think, and I can prove it. If you've ever felt embarrassed, stuck, or frustrated with your speaking, if you think everyone speaks better than me, or if you've been studying for years and you still feel like unsure, stay with me. Today's episode is going to help rewire your confidence in speaking English. And yes, there's a way to confirm if it is true for yourself in just a few minutes. So let's get into it. I think the big problem is that you've been measuring your English wrong. And I want to use wrong sparingly because I feel like I say wrong and I don't want you to take it the wrong way, right? These things they're helpful, but what is your goal? What are you trying to do? You can't use the same type of measuring tool or assessment for every single thing. So every day, students, they would tell me things like, I don't feel fluent. My vocabulary is too small. Speakers are too fast. My grammar is terrible, right? I can think of this time I have, it was a friend that had done grad school with me. We were in grad school together, and she was from South Korea, and she had been talking to me at this cafe for like an hour, right? I'd known her for many years, and she's like, I'm not very good in English. I want to improve my fluency and I'm not very good. And I was so confused, to be honest, very perplexed. I said, how do you mean? You've been talking to me for like an hour or two and you're not struggling. I'm not struggling to understand you. What do you mean? Like you want to improve your fluency, your speaking. What do you mean? And I think that right there, it's the core important part of all of this. What do you mean? And how are you assessing yourself? Because what she really wanted was to lessen her accent, right? She spoke Korean as her first language. So that accent in English can be very strong, and she wanted to reduce that. She also wanted to improve her vocabulary. That's not the same thing, right? It's telling me, oh, I'm just not very good in English. Be more specific. So I think it really starts there. But here's what I want you to hear clearly. Those are kind of like feelings, right? They're not really facts. The fact is that she wanted to increase her vocabulary because she felt like it wasn't, enough vocabulary. It wasn't a big vocabulary. And she also wanted to reduce her pronunciation. She wanted to improve her pronunciation, reduce her accent. So maybe you're not actually just measuring your English ability. You're just measuring your self-confidence in using what you have. Let me break that down. Most people are judging themselves like my friend did, maybe based on their accent, their mistakes, their speed, and comparing yourself to a native speaker, which drives me crazy. Oh my God, can we please just kill that? Stop doing that, right? The anxiety in speaking or in conversation and just not remembering the perfect word. I want to use this one word, but I can't remember it now. And you just derail everything else because you're so focused on the wrong thing, right? I've talked to you about just, if you can't remember the word, say some other stuff that can help you get your meaning across without saying that one word. It's like taboo. Have you ever played that game, Taboo? Right? There's a word on the card, and you can't say this one word, and you can say these other ones to help the other people that are on your team guess this one word that you cannot say. So anyway, but none of those things tell you the truth about your level. Your goal should be to speak natural English, not like a native speaker, right? Because native speaker can mean a lot of different things to different people. That's why I say focus on speaking naturally, not natively. Naturally, not natively. A native speaker with a strong accent still speaks English. I have a strong accent. I'm actually from the southern part of the United States. We have a very specific accent, right? And sometimes I can't understand other people from different parts of the country or different parts of the South, even though I'm also from that region. It's just different. They have a strong accent. A nervous speaker is still a fluent speaker. Someone speaking slowly can still be advanced. My brother talks super slow. He's a native speaker, but he talks slow. Can he speak fast? Sure. Does he choose to? He does not. He talks slow. So you've spent years using the wrong scorecard, let's be honest, and it's kind of been lying to you. Let me tell you a couple things that are going to actually show you your real level. When I would teach international professionals, your military members, grad students, executive, whomever, I don't judge them on how they feel. Feelings are subjective. I want facts. I want something objective. So if I had to make a judgment on their English as an instructor, right, I would kind of look at, how fast are you able to identify meaning? Even if you don't understand every word, you still understand the idea, right? That's a skill, and it's an advanced one. Number 2, how well you recover from confusion. Like I said, does it just derail you? Or are you able to recover? Every fluent natural speaker gets stuck from time to time. Sometimes I do. I had a baby recently. My brain just forgets a bunch of stuff now, right? But even still, like sometimes I'm speaking and I get stuck. I'm like, what was I talking about? Right? What's going on? Fluency isn't perfection. It's about how do you repair and recover. Number 3, how many strategies you already use. Fillers, paraphrasing, circumlocution, confirming meaning. These are all very high-level communication skills that you already probably have in your own language. Apply them to English. Don't forget them, use them. I'll say number 4, how much English do you understand passively? There is something to say about passively understanding a language. I think I passively understand Spanish, most of it. I don't know what the Cubans are talking about, for example, but in general, I can understand what's going on because I had a job where I would passively listen to kind of the same type of things, that repetition over and over and over, and I learned it. My husband's a native speaker of Spanish, right? And I can understand him whenever he's speaking to whomever in Spanish, even though it's a different Spanish than I learned, right? How much do you understand? You can understand way more than you actually speak. And so that gap right there is kind of normal. And it's a sign your brain is already ahead. You just kind of have to parse that out a bit, right? And so the last one would be your automatic grammar patterns. If you're not translating every word, you're functioning at an upper level stage. You may not feel fluent, but linguistically, you're operating at a very high level, much higher than you think. I kind of feel like there's a confidence illusion, right? Like I think you underestimate yourself. So there is a scientific name for that, by the way. It's called the fluency illusion gap. Fancy title, isn't it? Language learners almost always underestimate themselves. Why? Because you are comparing yourself to native speakers mostly instead of people at your own level. You are focused and remembering every single mistake, and then you forget everything else you did very well. Then you judge yourself in high pressure situations, at a meeting, in a call, an interview, or maybe an important conversation, and then you speak better when you feel relaxed. But then you ignore that and that progress, and then like you learned English in school where mistakes equal bad, and real life doesn't work like that. So your brain kind of was programmed to notice this, to notice the danger, not the success. So then it notices that pause, that, missing vocabulary word. Oh, my accent. Oh no, that grammar mistake. Oh no. But then it ignores everything you did communicate well. The ideas you expressed, the vocabulary you understood, the strategies you used automatically, the successful communication that happened. So maybe English isn't the problem. It's just the way you're measuring it, the measurement system. So do you want proof? Here's your proof. I built a short fluency check, and yes, hundreds of people have already taken it because I wanted to show you something. When people stop judging themselves emotionally and start measuring their English objectively, then suddenly you see the truth. you're doing better than you ever thought. Explosion moment. So the fluency check looks at maybe your grammar patterns and vocabulary flexibility, your listening confidence, communication strategies, and like your overall comprehension and fluency behaviors. It doesn't ask, how do you feel about your English? It gives you an actual percentage and a breakdown. Most learners score higher than they expect, and so that's the proof. So if you want to stop trusting the negative voice in your head and start trusting your actual skills, take my fluency check. The link is below. It only takes a few minutes and you'll get instant results. You can get a personalized plan if you put in your email address, right? So your next step, just one more thing actually. So seeing your real level is only like the first step. When you get your fluency score, you can get that plan like I told you, and it'll tell you exactly what you need to focus on, what you should stop wasting your time on, and the fastest way to move from your current level to the level you want to be at. So that's not a course. It's not tips, right? It's not a giant textbook. It's just a clear targeted plan based on how your brain is already using English, not on what a teacher thinks you should study. So your challenge today is simple. Prove to yourself that your English is better than you think. Take the fluency check, see the truth, and, get your personalized plan. That link is below, along with the transcript for this episode. All right, so thanks for spending time with me today. Your English journey is not about perfection. It's about progress, confidence, and clarity. Own your English, right? And so the first step is seeing your real ability. Go take that fluency check. You'll be surprised in the best way. Don't forget to go ahead and sign up for my reading group. Space is limited. Less than 10 people per course. And the first 8 to sign up get a discounted price that will never be offered again. So go ahead and do that. And I'll see you next time. Bye for now.